Back to another video on Hustle Castle. Now today we're gonna celebrate a few birthdays. I give a little context of what happened or what has happened. I was trying to make every dweller in my castle 5-star. So what happened was I moved onto TR9 with a few of my dwellers still at 4-star each, that kind of thing. So if you were to look at your statistics, click on castle, you'll be able to see your average dwellers potential. So if it's not fully yellow, then yeah, it is not all 5-star. So I was trying to make them all 5-star so that I can fully max out their potentials. Now breeding is one thing. So how do you get 5-star dwellers is one way is through breeding, or another way, like what I've shown you earlier on, you can actually purchase dwellers from the portal shop, and they are not very costly, but then you get the randomness there. So does breeding. So you get a random of 1 to 5-star, that kind of thing, but it all depends on how you breed them. Well, they're not exactly like bunnies, but then you can strategically choose the male and the female, and then you make the magic happen. And yeah, I've gotten like 3 to 4 5-stars today. Yes, 3 to 4 5-stars today alone. Well, I've also kicked away a few of those which are not 5-stars as well, from once they have grown up, they become an adult, and then yeah. So for those of you who are new to this, for the benefit of you guys, you can actually make your own dwellers and to make them all 5-star. So how to see whether they're 5-star or not? You just click on any one of them, see the number of stars here. Now the thing is that if they are like 4-star ish, or as long as they are not 5-star, you can use diamonds to make them 5-star, but they are very, very costly. So it is good and rather fairly easy if you were to breed them your own, so that you can get your own 5-stars and occupy your castle with them. Now before we move on, let's just see. Now you see this kid here with the birthday cake on top of the head. Yeah, so this just means that he is ready to become an adult. So if you were to click on him, he will change in terms of his size. So there are actually 2. I'm not sure if there's another one. No, I guess there are only 2. Okay, let's see how many stars they are. Now, like what I said earlier, breeding gives you random stars of new dwellers, so there's no like guaranteed formula, but then there are ways whereby you can use to increase your chances to get 5-stars instead of getting not 5-star ones. So yeah, let's go ahead clicking one of them. So Isaiah is just look at that, 1 star. It's very sad. So if you try to increase the star, right, so you add a star, you add 10 diamonds, but then from 4 to 5 is actually 2000 diamonds at TR9. I think that's the same also for the other TRs as well. I'm not very sure. I didn't keep track on this, but yeah. So if you want to increase their potential, as in how many points they can learn for each of these fields, yeah, it's all dependent on your stars. So Isaiah, you're not 5-star, so sorry. Yeah, bye bye. So and then the number of dwellers in your castle will drop immediately by 1. So where's the other guy? Where the guy is here. Okay, are you a 5-star? No, 1 star as well. So yeah, too bad. So now we have room to make another 2. Okay, but then what happened is I've actually used up most of the ladies in my castle. Just look at this girl here, Harper. Okay, tired of love, so she just given birth, and then yeah, you need to wait another 14 hours and 25 minutes before she might be interested, or she is interested to, consider another one, or giving birth to another one. So Harper is of no use, and then this girl is also of no use. Okay, Evelyn. Now, you breed your dwellers in the living room. Okay, living room is normally a common area, right? So yeah, so how to breed them so that you can get 5 stars with a higher chance. So let's get rid of these two girls. Now what I will do is this. Because my living room, I can fit 6 dwellers. Okay, so what I normally do is I'll have 2 guys, and then the rest I have girls, so that when I set this into motion and I head off to bed, and then things will happen automatically. Okay, so yeah, so if you were to look at the stats of these 2 guys, okay, I choose them specifically because of their stats. Now if you look at this guy, Dylan has 70 as fighter, then Alchemist, Code, and so on and so forth. Okay, so these are his stats. Now if you look at the other guy, Daniel, you have a much lower stats. Now one of the newer dwellers that I had just now, where is she? Oh yeah, there you are. No, not you. My bad, I forgot where I dumped her. But she was a new dweller, and then she had very good stats. Like she just became an adult, and then yeah, she had good stats. I can't seem to find her. So never mind. Maybe in the next video. So what I did was this, or what I would do is this. I'll get, because I'm concentrating on fighters, so I try to make them, as many of them, to 70 as possible. Yeah, so that if I want to move up to TR 10 or 11, I'm at TR 9 now, right? So I would have spare dwellers to to place them strategically, or to train them as and when. And should I put one into the fighters training room, and I have another spare standby who I can use while the guy is being trained to level 100. So if you want your new dweller to be a fighter, okay, one that you see that potentially fill up a slot here, or as your backup squad, that kind of thing, so you should choose a male that has the maximum fighting points, and you should also choose another female that has the maximum fighting points as well. On top of that, it is very important to choose them with 5-star too. So you match a 5-star fighter with another 5-star female. 5-star female. So if you were to choose, let's say, if you were to use Dylan, who is at 75 star, and another girl, let's say Elizabeth, who is also 75 star, what will happen is your child would have a chance of being born with some of the fighter points being rubbed onto him or her. What I'm trying to say here is that he or she would be born with higher fighter stats compared to someone like this. Everything's at 2. Okay, so if you did that, then perhaps you would get something like this, whereby she was born with 14 points in, or as a fighter, 8 points in treasurer, and so on and so forth. So it all depends on who you place in the living room to breed with. Okay, so if you have one or you have a guy and a girl who seems to have all their stats maxed out, then yeah, chances is your kid or the child or the new dweller that is going to be born will have rub off stats on them as well. So yeah, that's how you do it. So yeah, birthday celebrated and they are gone. So because they are not 5 star, well, oh well, too bad. That's quite unfortunate. So yeah, that's how you read them. And I think I've used all my treasures, right? Yeah, so Scarlet, Ella, Area. Yeah, I've used them all. So if I were to use medicine again, so the kid that's born would most likely have higher stats in these two areas of field. So yeah, that's how you breed your own 5 stars. It will take time, and it's advisable to get your ladies pregnant and store them as pregnant, so that as you move up to higher TRs, they are ready to give birth. You do not need to wait for them to mate, to court, to mate, to give birth, to whatever. So they're ever ready. And yeah, now I need ladies to fill in the room. I'll go into a room. I think all these are done. Food. Uh, should I touch them? Should I touch them? Should I touch them? Nah, I don't touch these. They're still. Normally I wouldn't touch those that are learning or studying, like oh yeah, I was trying to say that at best to get all the ladies pregnant and the ladies stay in the castle while the man goes to war, because once the lady is pregnant they can't go to war. And then yeah, so it's always good to have your ladies pregnant and stay at home. So yeah, so there's a kid here, Isaiah, as well. If I'm mistaken, it takes 2 hours for them to grow up from birth. So once it's ready to give birth, yeah, so Isaiah comes in the world, and then 2 hours, not very sure. So yeah, it takes time for them to mature, to become an adult. So since these ladies are not doing anything right, so maybe I'll use some of them and start mating them. So I put 4 of them here, because after all I've got nothing to craft, right? So and my mana is full, and I only craft jewelries right now. I don't bother crafting armor because I'm actually looking forward to TR 10 and 11. So yeah, I think I've gotten the armors that I need. So I place them there, and then you go as well. So is it all empty? Okay, left the guy. I need one more girl. One more girl. Now, Evelyn looks good. Okay, so probably I'll throw in Evelyn as well. Evelyn and Sophia is not so attractive. Now, what I'm trying to do here is, because Evelyn has 58 on her, fighter field, so I'm hoping that the child born would have some of these rub-off stats as well, so that should I want to train the child in any of this area, it would save me some time, lesser time spent on training. So let's use Evelyn. Evelyn, here you go. So yeah, all filled up. Well, you don't need to worry, because once these 1.5 hours they are done, so these 2 guys will hop onto this to Evelyn and Eva. So yeah, so yes, I guess that's it for this video, and I hope it has helped you in a way or another, especially if you do not know what to do to get more frequent 5 stars. Okay, so yeah, that's all. and I hope to see you in the next video. See ya.